Hello Internet friends! Welcome to this new episode of my developer commentary track series. This is going to be a quick one because this game is just a one level game. It's actually a level of a larger game project called Spectre. But I released it as a standalone for a contest that was going on 2 years ago. So let's check it out. Glad to have you along for the ride. I intended to hide some equipment here, but I forgot about it.
Attention all workers. This is an automated message. This area is currently under quarantine. You are requested to isolate yourself indoors. Do not attempt to enter the city. Do not attempt to leave the quarantine zone. Violators may be terminated.
Violators will be terminated. I took great care to make the audio for this game as oppressive as possible to fit the level. Now, in the original version of Spectre, you would be in a sewer before getting here. You could exit through here. And this industrial area, as you can see, it's really worn down, was supposed to be entirely automated, so there would be very little people here. But it would be taken over by criminals, essentially. Now, all of that is not important for this game because it has a very different plot, but you can check that out if you decide to play the game for yourself, but gameplay-wise you just have to get from one end of the level to the other. But I think it's important that you have some context and some reason to be in any game, even if it's just a simple contest entry shooter. And to give some more context and show something that isn't ordinarily seen in these Game Guru type games, I have these two guys here who you can talk to. Let's get the equipment first.
Well, look who's here.
This is a multiple choice conversation script I got from the store. I modified the standard font for Game Guru, but I've been told by my testers that it's a bit hard to read, with the letters being spaced apart so far, so I'm going to change that for future releases. I also noticed when sending these games out to my beta testers and also watching other people play them that they rarely read these conversations, and when they pop up they feel like it interrupts the flow of the game. So I have to find a way to make this more engaging and more appealing. Now this video is going to have a lot of talking and me over-explaining little details. If you want to see a normal, faster playthrough without commentary, there's a link in the description, and if you want to play the game for yourself, there's a link provided as well. I think I remember that I hid a weapon over here. There it is. One of BSP's pack weapons. But as you can see with this machine pistol, there are some custom designs in here as well. This one is by Hans Melania Palmer, and it replaces the one by BSP, as this one is a little more detailed and just a little nicer. Now I have to get out of here. There we go. The flashlight makes a little sound. It's a standard by now, but not in Game Guru by default, and I think it adds. It's all in the details, I think. It was important for me to make the level feel a lot larger than the actual playable area. So there's a lot of background buildings that imply a larger, complex city around you. The different industries that that occupy the land are being marked. So everything makes sense in universe, and it's just not random clutter. You might have noticed that there was an energy barrier here earlier. It gets deactivated once you talk to the reconnaissance unit and you're on your way to fight the bad guys. I added a lot of little animated details here, as well as these, well, by modern standards, kind of awkward two-dimensional sprites, but imagine them not being here, it would look rather dead. Let's proceed. Oh, I think some rubber like this is important, because otherwise you would just have this flat surface, this flat concrete surface, and you can see the texture repeating relatively easy if you don't break it up with clutters and the calls here and there. Now I don't know if I've hidden something over here, because it's been a long time since I made this level. The music is entirely played on a Kurzweil synthesizer, which I'm going to sell though.
Someone over there?
You can hear the enemies announcing themselves. Enemy placement isn't perfect in this, because, as I said, I made this for contest, so it hasn't undergone a lot of playtesting.
Enemy sighted!
You may have noticed that these were custom explosion decals. Well, kind of custom, because these actually come with Game Guru, but a lot of people don't replace the placeholder animations that come with it in stock, which I never understand, because they're clearly just there as placeholders, but I guess a lot of people are beginners and don't mess with the engine outside of the editor. Which is really a shame, because you make like 70% of your game outside of the editor. Got him.
Calling for reinforcement!
Attention all workers. Automated message. This area is currently underground. You are requested to isolate yourself indoors. Do not attempt to enter the city. Do not attempt to leave the time zone. Violators may be terminated.
Switch to a more powerful weapon, which is a good idea. Did not see you there. I'm kind of proud of how this looks. It looks really rusty and worn, and I adjusted every asset to get this aesthetic. I did, however, forget to slow down this advertisement panel there, like no one is going to be able to read that. But it is what it is. Some garbage is okay, especially in this kind of small Game Guru project type thing. I don't feel like I have a lot of interesting things to say in this episode, but I'm still glad that I can show you this level because I think it's kinda neat. The good thing about making an industrial type level is that you have a good excuse to just clutter everything with boxes and barrels. I honestly remember in the early days of FPS Creator when people would put random barrels in like a bathroom of an apartment building. But here they have a reason to be. So that's good. But the level is lit mostly with orange lighting and orange fog in this clearly smoggy, unhealthy, air-polluted environment. I took care to put a lot of blue accentuations to give it a binary contrast. Do you call it that? I don't know. English isn't my first language, but you know, complementary colors. There we go. This is the G11, which was a prototype weapon by Heckler and Koch back in the day. It was supposed to fire caseless ammunition, but the entire project was scrapped eventually. But because it looks so fancy, I decided to make it an energy weapon, which I think works kind of well. Did I get him? Yep. Oh, a drone. I forgot I had that in there. I also forgot to set it to move a little bit faster. But yeah, this is kind of a hack job for a contest, but everything works, so there's that. There we go. Board of Employment advertisement. And I think you can pass through here. Yep. Something over here? No. I got this out fairly quickly, so I didn't hide as many secrets as I usually do. I'm currently finalizing a actual project, a larger project, and I have to cringe a little bit comparing how awkward the combat is in this game and how much better it is in my upcoming game, but hey. If you work with Game Guru AI, you can't expect great things, but there is a lot more that you can do with it than is displayed here. Siehst du? Oh, this box actually flew over here because I blew up the barrels up there earlier. That's kinda neat. Let's keep going. Hey. Very rude.
Target in sight.
Huh? As you can see, this level is rather large and it has a lot of enemies, but I still managed that it runs at a constant high frame rate. Unfortunately, a lot of games made with this engine lag. They really lag. They run at 20 FPS or maybe sometimes even lower. And it's unfortunate because there are so many tutorials out how to optimize your levels, but a lot of people simply ignore that, and they even get kind of pissy when you point it out at them, which I don't understand because it's an obvious flaw. But yeah. It was also a bit of a challenge to make the level have this rundown industrial feel, because I'm just going to flash a picture on screen what a Game Guru level usually looks like, and you need to do a lot of modifications here and there and texture modifications on your assets to get this kind of aesthetic. But it's really fun to make, to be honest. No, there's going to be an enemy here. There you are. The sound died out because it doesn't loop, because I didn't expect anyone to spend this much time on this map. But it's quite alright. This is a really nice animated prop by Lafette, who makes wonderful props for Game Guru. Already made great stuff for FPS Creator. Early 2000s style video game physics were always fun. I know it's a bit laughable from a modern perspective, but it is what it is. Hey, do you see me? I think you don't see me. Now you do. He sees me though. Damn it. Unfair much? There we go. Yeah, I actually didn't have that much to say about it, other than, oh, I think I made a pretty level. Thanks for being along anyway. We're about to finish it, and yeah, I see you in the next one, which will be about a full game called A Metric Pulse. And should have a little more substantial commentary than this one. And a bit clearer English. I'm sorry, I have a bit of a cold and I can hear myself speak, so yep. And I think you were the last one. This is the goal. The shuttle is supposed to prevent from taking off. And I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope that at least one of you got anything out of this. Hey. I'm not a YouTuber, my videos can't always be bangers. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Have a good day.